Hi, I'm Susie Rebel. Thank you for coming down to the Rebel Nature Studios today. So, tell us a bit about who you are.
I go by the rap name Prestige. I've been doing my thing for a couple of years now. I've been rapping for a long time, maybe like about 10 years or more, but I got serious with it in about the last 4 or 5 years or so. I had a couple of tracks on the radio and whatnot in Toronto.
T-Dot!
Shout out to T-Dot. I put out a mixtape called Ready From The Start, about 07, and then I recently put out a new one called Diamond in the Rough. So that's the latest project that I put out so far.
Okay, and what's brought you to the UK at the moment?
I follow music from all around the globe, so I'm studying where the hottest artists are coming out of, and right now it seems to be the UK. There's a lot of talent here, a lot of good artists coming out. A lot of people are out here that I've been checking out. You know, you guys got Gigs, you guys got, K. Cole, a couple other artists out there, Tiny Tempa,
Rebel Nature,
Rebel Nature. You got N-Dogs, a whole bunch of people doing the thing right now. So I met these other people as well. My boy Mr. E, he got known my music, it's his record label. So him and Miss Unique, a bunch of the artists I met, and they were just saying they're trying to do the same thing I'm trying to do, like network with artists around the globe and put all the talented people together. So I came out here to do a couple of shows and whatnot and try to see what we can do.
And how have your shows gone while you've been here?
Pretty good. Got a pretty good response so far. Different locations. Did a show in Stonebridge. I did something in Wembley, Central Wembley. A couple of places, Hendon, the Gallery Bar. So we've been around.
So you've definitely been networking once you've been here?
Yeah, definitely.
And when it all started for you, where did your inspiration come from? What inspired you to want to rap and want to make music?
In the beginning, it was just a lot of artists from the States I listened to as a youngster. I used to listen to a lot of Nas, and we had Illmatic, a couple other guys that were rapping back then, like Rakim, Eric B, all those groups like Criss Cross. I used to listen to all those cassettes and stuff back then. It wasn't CDs and nothing like that, right? So everything was cassettes, and I just liked music, so I kind of started writing out my own rhymes in my spare time. And people I know were like, yo, that sounds pretty good, you should take it seriously. So I kind of dibbled with it and dabbled around for a bit, and eventually I said, you know what, I'll give it a shot. And started working out. So, with it.
Okay. And obviously, as an artist, obviously you want to make it big, but where do you see yourself, let's say, 5 years from now?
Oh man, 5 years from now, I'm hoping, I see myself working with a lot of the big artists in the game. I'm hoping to get tracks with the T-Pains and the Fabulouses and, the Puff Daddies and those cats that are the Rick Rosses and those guys.
Okay, now we know you're not going to forget Rebel Nature, right?
Of course not. Obviously not.
Remember where it started.
Yeah.
And so, generally, the network has been going well. Is there anyone that you've met that have been really interesting over here that you felt you could build a good relationship with to further your music career?
You mean production-wise or just in general? In
general, production-wise, other artists, people that you could work with.
Well, I gotta say, first of all, about my music, I'm definitely working with them,
yeah.
A lot. They got a lot of production from various producers and whatnot. Tim Ross, another producer, Remy LeBeau, he's doing his stuff too, so he's pretty sick with it. Artist-wise, I met a lot of artists out here, so there's a couple R&B singers, Medaya, Rebel Nature, of course, Matt Mills, I gotta get him on something. So a lot of cats out here. I'm trying to think, there's so many names that come to mind right now, man. I can't remember everybody at the exact moment, but there's like a ton of artists I have on my BlackBerry and contacts for. I'm going to be doing tracks with them as well. So.
Okay, so things are really starting to take off. Now, when you're back on the other side of the water in Canada, where can we find you?
Okay,
where can people follow you and keep in touch with what you're doing?
You can follow me on Twitter, at Prestige Music. I'm on Twitter. I'm also on Facebook, Prestige Music page, facebook.com/Prestige Music page. I got my MySpace page, myspace.com/prestige. I spell it Prestege. I also got Reverb Nation /Prestige Music as well. So I'm on Reverb Nation. I got a video on YouTube called She Blows My Mind. That was done about 2 months back, so I'm trying to get some hits on that. So check it out if y'all got a chance. Go on there, leave a comment, don't feel shy. I got a couple other projects in the works. There's a producer on the leads named Mbella. He's one of the most talented producers I've met so far. And we got a project we're working on called Heir to the Throne. So it's not done yet, but I'm hoping to get it done within the next month or so. So that'll be released in Canada and also in the UK and whatnot.
Okay. And is there any sort of events and things that you do while you're in Canada, or are you looking to do events out there? Obviously, if we've got anyone who's going to be over in that area, they know where they can come see you.
Yeah, different venues I normally do depending on where the shows are going on at. I've done shows at like, it's called the Fluid nightclub in Toronto, El Macombo, the next one, Tonic nightclub. Gosh, you got me thinking off the top of my dome. There's one that used to be called Fezbotic, but they changed the name right now, so I don't even think it's that anymore. What else? There's the Drake Hotel. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of spots around the same area, but mainly if you're around College Spadina, that area there, or downtown Toronto, I'm pretty much on a lot of venues, so usually if it's going on, I'm going to be taking part.
Alright, okay. Slightly changing the subject, obviously you've come over to London from Canada. So, for those of us who say have maybe never even been anywhere, what would you say is the best thing that you've got out there in Canada that London doesn't have, and what does London have that Canada doesn't have?
You got me thinking right now. So that's a really good question. Let me see. Well, I guess there's like a lot of different foods when it comes to the foods and stuff. I know it's over here. Y'all got some great fish and chips.
I hear you guys got a nice donut place.
Yeah, we got some great donut places up there. Tim Hortons.
I've heard
Y'all ain't got Tim Hortons out here, so you can't get the Tim Hortons tea. You know, you can't get that coffee or whatever you want to get. But you know, you got other things to make up for it. And I guess over there we got places that serve fish and chips, but it don't taste like how it tastes over here. Like when I came here, I was like, this is the real fish and chips. Like, you know, this is the real deal. I'm enjoying myself when I'm eating that. When I'm in Canada, they tell me fish and chips. I was getting food all the time. I was like, oh, this tastes alright, but it's not that great. So a man told me, if you go to England, they have a lot of fish and chip joints. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if that's gonna taste because I'm used to Canadian one. And I got here and I was like, yo, this is amazing. This is the shit.
And while you've been here, have you gone to a cafe and had a fry out? A good traditional English breakfast?
I don't know the name of it, but I have been to one. I went to one with Mr. E and Ms. Unique. I can't remember the name of it, but I did. I had a morning breakfast and it was like great. Great. Like if I could get breakfast like that every morning, I'd be like, yo, do it up. For sure. I might have to bring somebody from England back to Toronto with me to make me those breakfasts.
Obviously, you know, when Rebel Nation comes across the water, we'll hook you up for fry out.
For sure.
Complimentary, of course.
Definitely.
So, is there anything else? I mean, have you been sightseeing while you've been in London?
I've been sightseeing. I went to around Regent's Park area.
Okay.
I saw the House of Parliament buildings and whatnot. I went to the Big Ben. I saw that. What else? Went to London Bridge, Trafalgar Square. I'm not sure if it's St. Peter's Church or St. Paul's Church. St. Paul's, right? I went there. I went to Piccadilly Circus, Piccadilly Square. I went there. What else? I was at Oxford Circus. So I was just going around and went to all the places. Milton Keynes, which is out of London. I was just, traveling around.
Oh, so you've checked out the city and the country while you've
been
here?
Yeah, the country's a bit more rural out there, a bit more country and what, but yeah, I liked it. It's quiet.
But overall, it's been a really good trip.
Great trip. I can't even think of like when I want to come back. I want to come back as soon as possible. I don't know how it's going to work out because right now we're at close to the ending of the month. So I'm thinking, in the next 2 months or so, if I can get back here, I'm coming back ASAP. And
I understand, obviously, you're going home tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going back tomorrow. So, my mom's happy, She's like, oh, I haven't seen you for so long, and whatever, That's how moms are, but...
So you're still living at home at the moment, then?
I was kind of living on my own, and my dad passed away about 3 years ago, so when that happened, I moved back home. Just to kind of take care of the old lady, I figured I'd move back home and just be there in case she needs any help with anything, because no one's really there to help her out and stuff, so...
Obviously, no, that's nice. That's nice to know. Obviously, you still consider your family amongst your music career.
Yeah.
Shows you're human amongst all other things. But obviously, we know you're going to have a nice bachelor pad at some point.
Oh, yeah, of course. I plan on getting that condo pretty soon, Hopefully we'll get that condo by the lake.
You got the basement rocking.
Okay, well, obviously, thank you for coming in to see Rebel Nature today. We wish you all the best with your flight back.
All right,
and
thank you
we look forward to catching up with you again.
Definitely.
Thank you.
I'll make sure I check you guys out as soon as I'm back down here again,
All right.